Good.
Was it your opinion that Vince McMahon brought back ECW to destroy the love or the passion that the fans unsuccessfully to this day have for ECW?
Jack, and I'm sorry, what's the other gentleman's name who wrote that?
Richie,
1,000%. There's no doubt in my mind. He and everyone who worked for him would tell me he hated the fact that people were yelling ECW at his shows, especially when they played some big spot, whatever it was, table, and they yelled EC, and he hated that because it took away from what he was presenting. And who was ECW? We're this little engine, and they were still yelling it. Him bringing it back was a way for, and coming out in the very first match ever with the Mummy, a cartoon character, the very antithesis of what ECW was, and he started out his first show with that. I couldn't even. I said, "That's it. I'm done." One match in, I said, "That son of a bitch." That's pretty smart though. And then put the belt on himself, walking around with the ECW belt, so people go, "Fuck ECW, buh, I hate ECW." I mean, it was a great plan. It was a great strategy. I would have thought it would work, and yet, God bless all the fucking ECW fans, man. They wouldn't let him do it. They still continue to this day. It was like, what, 3-4 months ago, they were in Philadelphia for Monday Night Raw, and Paul came out to open the show with the Bloodline. 20,000 people, 30 years later, they were sort of ECW, and to try to get heat, Paul's going, ECW's dead. I think whatever he said in the ring, I don't remember. But it was, I'm astounded by that. It's 2023. And they're yelling, and man, if that's not humbling, then I don't know what humbling is, because I was sure as shit humbled. But 1,000%, I think Vince started that intensely, the idea that he had enough money he could blow on that show, didn't matter. He wanted to get the fans off of their damn ECW love and respect and set. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of mind blowing the level of pettiness and narcissism of McMahon that he would
Notice it.
Well, you would think from a business perspective he was benefiting greatly from owning the intellectual property. He was cutting his own throat somewhat by taking that approach, don't you think?
Well, I think the intellectual property was something that he figured the fans who were hardcore, he never understood how many of them there were. They weren't all, in the arena, but it was a much deeper thing going on there than even he realized. And when you're in business, it's something like you take a loss on something to eat up some of the profits. It's like a counterbalance. You purposely have a loss on a product, so the other product you make so much money on, you can write off taxes that way. It's a write-off. So if that showed, clinked, okay, it was a write-off. He made less taxes on the other product. And if he got what he wanted, it was really what he wanted, because he was nuts. He would have had people stopping saying ECW and stopping loving the product.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the